I see Instagram people like and like Twitter and TikTok people. They take like great pictures all the time, and their lighting is always perfect.
Right.
I don't know if I just look this bad or my lighting is just this
I
bad.
think you have. I just said. I think you have like really, really profound lighting right now. You look almost like orangey. You
I
look
know
almost
it's
orangey.
so bad. Oh, people, I'm
And then
really not this ugly in
you
real
got the
life. I
little palm
promise.
tree in the background, so you can kind of tell
Yeah.
people. We
Well,
all can
I'm at
kind
the
of tell you.
beach.
I knew you were at Destin at least. I knew it. I knew
Yes,
it. Okay.
yes, yeah,
Okay.
definitely. I'm definitely
Gotcha.
not at my parents' house right now.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Wink. Wink.
Wait, I don't think you can say wink when you wink.
Oh. Wink. Wink.
You know what? Let's just get to the NFL picks,
All right.
okay?
Let's
But
do it.
first,
NFL picks.
as always, three, two, one.
Weird farting intro music.
It's weird because your intro music is so
Random.
I don't know, like the microphone doesn't even pick up everything. But
Really?
the faces were worth it, so we're leaving it in on this one.
Perfect. Perfect.
You'll see when you pick it out because people look at that face and go,
What is that?
"What is that?"
Gotcha.
All right. So first off, are you okay to do the picks this week because of what happened last week?
Because the Dolphins losing last week?
Yeah.
I'm okay because it didn't take me a long time to really swallow the loss because I kind of predicted us to lose anyway. I kind of felt like that was going to happen, and I was very, very what's the word I can use here? I was very, very
That.
proud of the way the Dolphins played last
Oh.
week. So with that third string quarterback, I really thought we were going to lose by like 10 to 15 points. We only lost by a field goal. Defense played exceptionally well. Offense could have played a little better. But, it is what it is. It's what I predicted. We finished second.
Isn't it weird that you say offense could have played a little bit better and you guys got 31 points?
31 points. I know. There were a couple of drop balls. That's why. There were a couple of drop passes that I thought throughout the game. And
This is true.
Waddle had a few of them which were really uncharacteristic of him. But other than that, we only lost by a field goal, put up 31 with a third string quarterback. So played a good game. We played a good game. Yeah. And part of me, and this is a question I really want to ask you right quick. Do you think things would have been better had Tua played?
It's hard to say because what I think would have changed things, honestly, was on the first one or two drives, Waddle drops a key pass and Hill drops a key pass, that little slant coming across the middle. Right. I feel like you get those and you get your young quarterback a little more momentum early on and have him feeling good. I feel like that would have been just as good, if not better, just as opposed to having two in there.
Right.
So I guess the answer, they scored 31, and I know one of those was a defensive touchdown, but
yeah.
I don't know that having two in there would have been better, more so than had they just executed better. So those weren't bad passes that those guys dropped. So
and one of the reasons I say that is because I know if Tua in there, there's also the possibility that there's going to be more interceptions thrown because he's going to make some passes that are somewhat questionable at times.
Right.
So
I agree.
I just wanted to see your input on that, and I guess we can discuss more of the Miami Dolphins and their season whenever we get Mike on, and figure that out. Have our Dolphins roundtable.
A Dolphins roundtable. We're gonna have that hopefully this next week before the season gets too old. We're gonna discuss all things Dolphins with you two, and because you guys are both Dolphins fans, and I'll just sit over there and make smart aleck comments, and we'll just have a good time.
Awesome. Let's do it.
All right. So,
into this weekend's games.
Getting into this weekend's games, starting tomorrow or today, if you're listening to it. Start off with the Jags and the Chiefs. Chiefs favored by 9.5. Now, they won the earlier game. This went pretty soundly. But this is obviously I'm picking the Chiefs to win.
Yeah.
I just don't see an upset here, but I would definitely not pick them by 9.5. Like the Jags clearly don't go away, as evidenced by last week's game.
Right.
You ever seen a quarterback throw 4 interceptions and just come back and throw 4 touchdowns like it wasn't anything?
That showed a lot of resilience and a lot of perseverance on Trevor Lawrence's behalf because
what is this word of the day toilet paper you got in here today? You just pulling the ball out? What?
When you see a young quarterback throw that many interceptions early in the half, a lot of times you see him just kind of wither away and just continue to have a bad game. But he said, okay, kept his head up, clapped his hands, said, we're going to be back in this, came back, fought back into the game, and won the game. So
He reminded me of a young Raj that day. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. He does. I used to be a Anyway, yeah.
Reminiscing.
Yeah, reminiscing a little bit, but excellent performance by the Jags last week. So, but unfortunately for tomorrow, the first time the Chiefs played the Jags earlier this year, the Chiefs won by 10.
27-17.
I think the Chiefs are actually going to cover tomorrow.
Really?
Yes, I do.
I mean, I thought there was about to be some analysis or some like this is why. You're just like, I think they got
analysis, but I mean, I just think that I don't know. I really can't give deep analysis. So I just have a weird feeling that the Chiefs are going to cover. I don't think Trevor Lawrence is going to throw another 4 interceptions, though.
Right. I agree. I think they have a good game. And I was just looking back at the box score. Chiefs jumped out to a 20-0 lead in that game. So I guess the Jags only start to play when they're losing. I don't.
Basically.
I don't get it. They can't do what they can't go down 27-0 like they did last week.
Right.
But I do think the Chiefs get it. I think if we differed, it would only be the Chiefs cover or not. But I think the Chiefs win this game. For sure.
Gotcha.
Plus, Andy Reid off a bye is like, I think he's lost like 5 games out of like 200 or some crazy number like that.
Oh, wow. So. See, that said, I did not have. Obviously, Bob is off tonight, so I don't have certain things. But
why is Bob off tonight?
I can't tell you why Bob is off. That's between Bob and I. If Bob is eating Cheetos while we're shooting, that's between Bob and I. Wow. If Bob is looking out the blinds, it's between Bob and I.
Is Bob eating Cheetos?
I can't disclose that information.
Can we talk about Giants versus Eagles?
Let's talk about the Giants. Let's talk about the Giants versus Eagles. This is going to be an interesting game here. The Giants played really, really well last year. Daniel Jones looked like a young.
He looked like a young Jalen Hurts.
Huh? Yeah, young Jalen Hurts last week. Saquon Barkley ran well. Obviously, the Eagles had a bye, so this is going to be the first playoff game this year. The Eagles are picked by 7.5 to win the game. What do you think about that? Who do you have? Who are you picking? What do you think about that?
I wish I could call Jalen. He's not taking my calls right now because he's in game mode.
Of course.
If I knew Jalen was 100% healthy, I'm taking the Eagles by 7.5.
Okay.
Without knowing, they ended the season terribly. They weren't really using him that much in that last Giants game, running the ball. 22-16, what gets all the Giants backups.
Right.
Without knowing that, and with as well as the Giants play this week, I would take the points with the Giants, but I'm taking the Eagles to win all the way. I just don't see them dropping this game.
You know what's coming, right?
Anti-Herbert pick or upset alert?
No, I'm going to agree with you on this. I got the Eagles win this one too.
Oh, what the heck?
I just wanted to build suspense for no reason. Yeah, I got the Eagles in this one too. I don't know, but pretty much the same analysis that you just came up with as well. So the only question be, I don't think they cover 7.5, but it's going to be interesting to see how Jalen does play tomorrow night. I'm sorry. Was it the injured shoulder? I guess it's still
shoulder.
Yeah, and we don't know how good it's going to be, but this is not a game that he can afford to miss. So.
Right.
I don't know.
And it seemed like he was throwing pretty well, but they don't want him to take any extra shots. And I think that just kind of takes a little dimension away when he can't run at all.
Right.
Like you saw what Jones did, on the ground against the Vikings last week. You kind of
Jones was like a young Michael Vick out there.
Is that what it was? A Vick Michael? Oh, not a young Jalen Hurts. Michael Vick.
Yeah. I want to go to Michael Vick now. Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
But so we both are taking the favorites and both. So would it be? Do you think it's going to be a boring Saturday?
No, because I think the Chiefs and the Jaguars game is not going to be too boring. It's not going to be close, but I don't think it's going to be too boring. But I think that Giants and Eagles game will make up for everything because it's going to be really, really competitive.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
We're picking both the home teams.
Yep. Yeah. So, in honor of it, like we're actually recording this during a Lakers game, and Raj is missing the Lakers. So we're going to bring back a quick segment so Raj can catch everybody up in Lakers world up on all things Lakers. In the Jeopardy, what do we call that? The Lakers Minute?
Lakers Watch.
Lakers Watch. There you go. It's the Lakers Watch. Oh, you're prepared. You're prepared this time, huh? Because you saw last. All right. So here we go. 3.
We're doing it right now?
2. Yeah, we're doing it right now. Right in the middle of the picks. Let's see how well prepared you are. 3, 2, 1.
What? Okay, what am I supposed to be saying?
No. You're supposed to be talking about the Lakers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, so
okay.
Lakers are currently
Okay. We'll start it over. You have until the end of the Jeopardy theme to give us caught up on all things all things Lakers. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
All right, so the Lakers are currently 20-25. We're like in the 12th or 13th spot in the West. Actually, only like 2 games out of the play-in games or play-in seeds. Of course, AD's been out forever. There are reports came out today that he might be back late next week. There's a good chance AD's back late next week. If we get him back, that's it. I can't talk anymore.
That's it. Yep.
All right. Thanks for having me the Lakers watch for that 20-25 seconds.
It was a full 30.
Whatever. Who's counting? Back to football.
Me. All right, back to football. Bengals and Bills.
Bengals and Bills. Yeah, let's talk about the Bengals and the Bills.
I hate to kind of mention even what happened. Obviously, we're just happy that, Lamar Hamlin is doing well and recovering. So I hate to even talk about the previous game, but this is going to be a fun game.
This is going to be a fun game, and it's interesting because both teams, the Bengals and Bills, didn't really play that great last week. And both of them barely won. The Bengals, if it wasn't for Troy Huntley having that mishap on the goal line last week and would basically turn into a 14-point swing, Baltimore might have won that game. And then we already talked about how well the Dolphins played against the Bills. So with that being said, I think the Bills play a lot better Sunday than they did last week, and I think the same thing with the Bengals, but I do have the Bills covering.
Yep, covering.
Yes, 5.5, yeah.
I think the Bengals cover for sure. You know what? Forget it.
You think the Bengals?
Upset alert. Upset alert.
Oh, my goodness. I know
we're taking the Bengals.
You're taking Joe Cool on the Bengals.
I'm taking Joe Cool over Billy Turnover or whatever the...
Josh Allen? I don't know where
there, Josh, yes.
Is Billy his middle name or something? I don't know. I don't know
what he plays for the Bills.
Bob, what is Josh Allen's middle name? Oliver. He said Oliver.
Okay. Well, Oliver Turnover.
Okay. So you're taking the Bengals. Okay.
I'm going to take the Bengals.
Okay.
I think they got over their scare from last week.
It's very possible. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm surprised the line's at 5.5 and not 3, to be honest. So.
Yeah.
I would definitely take the Bengals. I think both teams are going to put up plenty of points in this one.
Mm-hmm.
And if the Bills win, I'm going to just come back and say, yeah, of course, I knew the Bills were going to win.
Right.
So that's my strategy. So,
gotcha. All right, this will be a good game.
And now you're going to the...
We're going to the night. Oh, I guess it's 5:30, but yeah, we'll call it the nightcap. The game of the weekend. The Cowboys versus 49ers rematch of last year's playoff game when the Cowboys fumbled the clock. I think they had 14 seconds left on the clock, drove the ball down the field, and then they just managed to horribly.
Yep.
And 49ers stole the game in Dallas. Now, if Dallas is going to San Francisco, San Francisco's favored by 4. Cowboys played a heck of a game last week. Dak had, I think, 5 touchdowns when they beat Tampa Bay.
Are the Cowboys as good as they looked last week, or is Tampa Bay as bad?
I think Tampa Bay's bad. Because that was the first good game that Dak had played in about 7 or 8 games, to be honest. He had thrown an interception in every game prior to that for 7 games in a row. So I think Tampa Bay just played really, really bad. And Tom Brady's age is starting to catch up with him a little bit. I guess that's something else we'll discuss somewhere down the line. But
which, by the way, Tom Brady looks bad, so let's fire the offensive coordinator. But
I know,
anyway,
really.
that's a whole other discussion.
Not to mention that half their team was injured throughout the season. But anyway, I'm sorry. With that being said, I want to know what your pick is first before I pull out my pick.
Oh, I'm still taking the 49ers.
And I think you know my pick.
You're going to take Dallas all the way to the Super Bowl. Huh?
Why am I picking Dallas?
Because your wife is standing right next to you or something?
She's not standing next to me, but I am going to support the whole team.
Okay. Nice.
So yeah, I am picking Cowboys, and I guess we can classify this as a alert.
Anti-herb alert, really?
Yeah.
But you were picking them before you knew my pick.
So, okay.
Well,
I think you kind of hit it on the head when you said is Dallas really that good. If they can play like they did last week, they can really win this game. I don't know if that's going to happen, and I don't know if Dak's going to have another phenomenal game. I just don't know. The 49ers defense is phenomenal, and they've got weapons all over the field on offense from quarterback. Yeah. I mean, I don't even know if we're calling Brock Purdy a weapon, but he's undefeated, right?
He can scramble and he can run a little bit, but he's got 5 positions where if he throws the ball, to a person, they're all going to get plenty of yak for him. Yes,
you're right. Yes. So
I don't know. The best version of the Cowboys can beat anybody. Yes. And it's like you said earlier. I just don't know that you get the best version of the Cowboys every week, and I think that's the problem.
I agree.
So that's why I'm taking the 49ers.
Yep. I got you. So it's the same to say that you're saying that the Cowboys played their final and best game last week.
I just think Tampa Bay is so bad, and it's kind of like when Brady threw that interception. It just reminded me of like the last 2 Bama losses to LSU where an early turnover, early interception takes the wind out of your sails and you just don't look the same afterwards. I feel like that's what happened to Tampa Bay.
When he threw the interception, you could even see himself slap himself on the helmet. He knew that was just horrible pass. I had no idea why he threw it, but he knew he made a mistake there. But no, you're right. You're right. So I don't know. We'll see what happens Sunday night, but this is going to be a good game. I think this is going to be the most interesting out of all 4.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
Hopefully I'm back home for that. So I always got to mix in a little Alabama basketball. Alabama is at Missouri this weekend.
Yep.
Right in the middle of the football games.
I know. It's at 5 o'clock, I believe. Yeah, we play at 5 p.m.
on Saturday.
Alabama's favored by 5.5. Undefeated, 6-0 in SEC play. A lot of people are pretty much saying that we're a number 1 seed as far as bracketology is concerned.
I hate that because so early. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But no. I think you're go ahead. I think you're going to say what I was going to say anyway.
I don't like being projected as number 1 seed this early. We're barely into SEC play. It's nice to be undefeated at this point, but if we lose the next 3 or 4 games, everyone's going to forget all that. So
I was going to say, I just don't want us to get jinxed. I don't want you saying we need to be a number 1 seed and then we lose 1 or 2 games. We were wrong about Alabama. Whatever. Honestly, I don't care what seed we get when it comes tournament time, because even if we get a 1 seed and we play the worst team, what's supposed to be the worst team, they're still going to give us a hell of a game anyway. So
yes,
I don't know. We're playing really, really good ball, and I do think we have one of the best teams in the country on both sides of the ball: offense, defense, rebounding, shooting. I mean, not really much to go into as far as shooting. I mean, Brandon Miller's on fire. We got a whole bunch of different guys on the team that can shoot threes very well. This is a really, really good, solid overall Alabama basketball team.
I would agree, 100%. It's fun to watch them play. Even when they're not hitting shots, they're playing good defense, and they usually work themselves back into hitting good shots. So really, outside of the Gonzaga game, they've been playing good defense. So
I agree.
All right. Hopefully it's a good weekend, and hopefully it's some good football, and we'll be back to you next week, and maybe even get back into the podcast to bring you some. So Raj can talk a little bit more about the Lakers versus the Lakers watch, where he's you got to adjust to this 30-second time.
I need at least a minute.
But the Jeopardy theme's only 30 seconds.
We'll make it longer.
I don't know any themes that are a minute.
Remix the theme.
Okay. Wiki, what?
If you want to eat peanut butter, you got to eat the jelly.
True. Right. Just like Mama always used to say.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure she said that a lot.
And on that note, we're going to get out of here before we get taken off the air.
Yes.
All right, Raj, you going to take us home? Let's see if the microphone actually picks you up on this one.
All right.
Are you ready? Are you good?
I'm ready.
To sweat? Yeah. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Tree outro music.
Roll Tide, everybody.
Roll Tide.